After a petition for custody, paternity, or visitation is filed, you will receive a summons to appear before the court for a status hearing. At the status hearing, the judge will review the matters before the court. If the parties have already reached an agreement, a final order can be entered that day. If the parties have not reached agreement, they will be referred to a neutral mediator so that they can attempt to resolve the case instead of having a trial. If the parties attempted mediation or mediation is deemed inappropriate, the court will schedule a trial. At the end of the status hearing, the judge will provide an order summarizing what happened in court. Before trial is scheduled, the parties will be referred to mediation, unless the court finds that mediation is not appropriate. Mediators are hired by the court and are there to work with both parties to resolve their custody and visitation dispute. They are provided by the court at no cost. At the status hearing, when the court refers parties to mediation, they will receive a referral to the mediation office that includes a phone number to call to start the mediation process. If mediation is successful, an order that includes the agreement reached will be sent to the judge for entry. Parties will not return to court again. If mediation is not successful, the parties will return to court for another status hearing to schedule a trial. Before trial, a motion can be filed requesting that the parties follow certain conditions during the period after a petition has been filed and the final trial date. Examples are motions for temporary or pendente lite custody, visitation, child support, spousal support, and discovery requests. If a party believes that a child is in danger, such that the child will suffer physical and/or mental injury or their life is in danger, a party can file a request for an emergency hearing with the clerk's office. A judge will review the motion on the day of filing. If the court determines that there is an emergency, the motion will be scheduled for a hearing. If the judge concludes that an emergency does not exist, the emergency motion will be denied, and the parties can schedule a hearing on the Wednesday motions docket or through the calendar control judge. The parties can ask the court to order visitation between parents and the child or to determine the parent's legal and physical custody of the child while waiting for the trial date. This is called a pendente lite custody or visitation motion. If the motion involves visitation and a hearing on the motion will take less than 30 minutes, the motion can be heard on the Wednesday motions docket. To schedule a motion on this docket, the party shall complete a yellow motions day precipice and follow the instructions on the back of the form. The precipice can be found on the court forms section of the court's website. If the motion involves custody, or it will take more than 30 minutes for the court to conduct a hearing regarding the motion, the parties will need to appear before the calendar control judge to schedule the hearing. Trials in the Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court may not exceed 3 hours in length. After hearing all the evidence, the court will decide custody and visitation, giving primary consideration to the best interests of the child. There is no presumption in favor of either parent. The judge, therefore, will ensure that the minor child has frequent and continuing contact with both parents. The court considers the following factors to decide what is in the child's best interest: the age and physical and mental condition of the child, keeping in mind the child's changing developmental needs, the age and physical and mental condition of each parent, the existing relationship between each parent and each child, the needs of the child considering other important relationships like siblings, peers, and extended family, the ability of each parent to cooperate in and resolve matters affecting the child. If a parent kept the child from the other parent, the child's choice, and any history of family abuse. The judge can award parents a combination of legal and physical custody. There are different types of legal and physical custody: sole legal custody and/or primary physical custody to one parent, or the child lives with one parent and that parent makes all decisions about the child. Joint legal custody, which means that both parents make decisions about the child, even though the child's primary residence may be with only one parent. And shared physical custody, which means that the child lives with each parent equally. The judge will write and sign an order that tells the parties the court's custody and visitation decision, and shall tell the parties the basis of the decision either orally or in writing. If a party disagrees with the court's order, they may file a notice of appeal form with the clerk's office within 10 days of the date of the order. The case will then be transferred to the circuit court for a new trial. The information provided in this video is not intended to be legal advice and should not be relied upon for that purpose. You are strongly encouraged to speak with an attorney so that legal proceedings and the effect of legal documents and orders can be explained. For additional questions and information, please consult the Self-Help Resource Center located in the Fairfax County Courthouse Law Library on the first floor of the court complex.